So the problem you're going to find if you got this truck is that pin is going to be stubborn, and we had to get it started with a C-clamp. If this does work, we'll kind of show you after we get it out how we did it. Okay, to show you how we're doing this, we're using a socket with a pin, and then up here a wrench so we have a hole so when the pin starts to slide out it doesn't get bound on the way out. And this is about the only way we've been able to come up with to do this without specialty tools from Dodge, Miller tools, because it's Miller time, don't you know?
And it's coming out, so. Oh, that wrench is going to fall on my face.
Yep.
Ooh, that socket's going to fall on my face.
Something's going to fall on your face.
Oh, I should just be able to pound it out now because it was coming up.
Yeah, it's almost out actually. Should be the quick and only way. Alright, grab your pin from the top.
Nope, it's not coming out.
That thing's going to be just sucker tight all the way out.
So I'll grab my special Dodge tool.
Oh yeah, pound the rest of the way out.
Yep. We're doing it so we know you viewers are sitting in your driveway with Harbor Freight tools. You're not going to have specialty tools, and that's what this channel is for.
Alright, now just undo your overdrive switch. I'll put an arrow on it now so you can see it. It's white there.
Okay.
Simply unbolts, easy enough.
Pop clip. Yeah, the clip thing is right there, and it's in. Oh, okay.
Right out.
Well, I guess that you just pull down. I guess.
Pull down and out. Good to go. All right. Now we can finally get this broken shifter lever out.
Now take your Dodge special tool out.
And there you go.
Yeah.
Yep, transfer your grease over. Dodges love their grease.
And coolant oil.
Yes, definitely coolant oil. And battery power too. Gotta have battery power.
Ooh, ooh.
Don't forget that. You don't want to have to tear this apart twice. All the way out through the switch.
My hands are all greasy.
This eventually would have broke the plastic. It's already curved one way. Goes in towards the column.
Okay.
Alright, that looks a lot better. Okay, now.
Well, make sure you stick it in the right.
Yep, there's a right way and a wrong way to do this. And there's a safety switch you have to hit.
Yep.
And there's a big nasty spring in there.
Yeah. I'm getting underneath again.
And the spring has to go back. So you get your spring action.
Okay,
Yep.
Pretty sure
Now
it's
put the screwdriver in real quick so we can test the operation before you pound your pin.
Yeah.
Right.
That'd be really bad. Where's the special Dodge tool at?
Special Dodge tool.
Special Dodge tool's right here.
Special Dodge tool. Going in.
Actually, you know what? I'm going to do that from underneath. Because,
I don't care how you do it as long as we test it.
Okay.
Okay. Now make sure it'll go in the park and the key will come out.
All right.
Key's out. Very good. Now make sure we can go through all our ranges before you pound your pin back in.
Reverse, neutral, drive, second. Oh, wait. That was first.
Not
kidding.
2-1.
I'm kidding.
Right. Okay.
I've had that happen where I've stuck steering columns together. And, you know, second wound up being first.
Ooh, that's not good. I've had columns miss first because the shift cable is bad.
Okay.
Kept.
I see it.
There you go.
This Dodge doesn't like you.
No, it's beeping at me.
As you're taking out the special Dodge tool,
Put your pin back.
put your pin back in.
Yeah, I know. It's one extra step, but job quality one.
Pretty sure I can do it like that. Not have to.
You don't, yeah, you just need to go into the little cup, you're good to go. This was definitely an interesting job you can do at home, but make sure you got a C-clamp and, you know, some extra sockets lying around.
I'd be really careful and attentive to how it feels. because I got in a few positions with this already to where I felt the metal bending and not the pin coming out. So.
Yep. Take your time.
Okay. Really feel what you're doing, and I cannot stress that enough. Feel it. You can feel what the clamp is doing.
There you go.
And it's flat. First, second, third, neutral, reverse, park.
Alright.
Oh.
It's done. Woo. Now you just got to hook your overdrive switch back up before you put your column back together.
Oh, yeah.
Don't forget that.
Do the overdrive switch.
Otherwise, we'll hit the button. No lady.
And don't forget it was looped through this cable, whatever this is for. That must be for...
There's got to be. There's a shift cable in this one.
Since this one went down or came out down, this thing has to be pushed in.
Yep, or your tilt won't work.
Oh, there you go. Here's the snap. All right. Plug your... So all I did is I just went down and then pushed up. And just go ahead and plug your overdrive light back on. Okay. Now come up here and make sure that the light turns on.
Oh, nope. They have lockout in park. Isn't that cool?
Look at that.
Alright. Overdrive off and on. Good to go.
And look.
It's not limp anymore.
No. So,
top cover first.
top cover first. I learned that on Dodges. Yeah. Always do the top cover first. The first time I ever tore a Dodge steering column apart, I didn't put this piece in first. And,
It bit you.
a little bit, yeah. I'm assuming the shorter side goes up.
Yeah, the more worn's going to be towards the down. Make sure it slides in its guides.
Yeah.
To keep dust out of the factory grease there.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Now.
Carefully slide your cover back on. Make sure your dust shield's in the slides.
And your dust shield will just slide in just like that. You just want to make sure it's
In the guide.
in the guides. And this one should just snap in to a point. I mean, there is a screw that holds it, but you should hear like 3 snaps.
Snap, crackle, pop. Good to go.
Oh, like that. Did you hear that? I hope the camera got that.
I heard it.
Okay. Well, that's all that matters, right?
Right. So I'm the guy who certifies the job.
Get the Dodge specialty tool. Probably put your 1 bolt in. You can...
1 bolter?
We're not doing that today.
No?
Not on this truck, no.
No, it's a green puff truck.
Subscriber would not be happy.
No.
I don't think he's even going to be happy when he sees what we did.
This is the only way. The quick and dirty way. We didn't have the Miller tool. So it's funny. GM uses Kentmore. Dodge uses Miller.
Ford uses Motorcraft.
Oh, they have their own tool company.
I'm pretty sure they do. I could be wrong. YouTube, don't leave a bunch of nasty comments, because I'm saying right now I may stand corrected.
Well, we know the first two. Kentmore for Chevy, Miller for Dodge, and if you know Ford, leave it in the comments below. We'd like to know ourselves. I suppose I could Google it.
So when you're doing plastic, don't...
Over tighten it?
Yeah.
Right.
Alright.